Good evening. Welcome to the May 10th, 2022 Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting for the city of Fayetteville, Tennessee. I'm going to ask Alderman Dorothy Small to say an opening prayer. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll get into our agenda. Please stand.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us thus far into this day, Lord. And we thank you, Lord, for being with our city workers today. And we thank you for being with them as they were taking care of their jobs for the city. We ask, Lord, that you be with those that may be in need and give them comfort. We also ask, Lord, that you go before us in front tonight to be with us in this meeting as we strive to make the best decisions for our city. It is in Jesus' name that we do pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Board, you have the agenda in front of you. We have one proposed change. Our police officer, Nathan Simmons, that we're going to swear in is running a little late, so I propose we move that down to after the reports and before new business. Can I get a motion and a second to amend the agenda?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Discussion. Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alderman?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman? Aye. Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
I am passed. Under minutes, we have public hearing minutes from April 12th, 2022. Does anybody have any corrections, deletions, additions? If not, those will go into record. Next is regular meeting minutes, April 12th, 2022. Does anybody have any additions, corrections, deletions? Let those into record. We'll go to our reports. We'd like to first invite Carolyn Denton from the Fayetteville-Lincoln County Chamber of Commerce to come and speak tonight.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
First, I would like to congratulate Amy Bird, and I'm looking forward to working with you, Amy, on Main Street Board, and so I think that's a great choice by the board, so looking forward to that. Since my last report, we've had our Don't Be Fooled Senior Adult Scam Prevention event. I had mentioned it at my last report, but we had a lot of people to come through. We had it at the fairgrounds, and we handed out scam awareness information in bags. And then we had the shred truck there that shredded on site, and Second Harvest was a surprise kind of at the last minute, and they came and handed out food boxes. So we do still have some bags available at the chamber, so if there's anyone that wasn't able to come that day, they can stop by and pick that up and get a lot of useful information. Hamburger on the Day on the Hill was another huge success. The Chamber is always happy to plan that event to highlight our city and the county, and we appreciate our partners, the city, the county, and the Lincoln County Livestock Association. So we're looking forward to planning for next year now. So. We've had several ribbon cuttings in the last couple of months, Kickin' Ass Processing, Rugged Earth Outfitters, Fayetteville Liquidation Center, Kaylee's Corner, and Fayetteville Lumber and Supply. Our Music in the Park series will be starting on Thursday. It will be the second and fourth Thursdays, May through August, all beginning at 6:30 at Stonebridge Park. Thursday night will be Strangers with Friends. On the 26th will be Madison Community Band. In June, Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church Men's Chorus will be on the 9th. Randy Waller and Company playing bluegrass Americana music on the 23rd. In July will be AC Junction on the 14th. 4 Miles Gone on the 28th. And then in August will be Fabulous 50s on the 11th and Midnight Jane on the 25th. We do have t-shirts available. They're $20 for adults, and youth sizes are $12. And again, we appreciate our partners, the city and the Parks and Rec, for their help with music in the park. So we're looking forward to a great series. We've added 4 extra concerts from what we had last year. So we want people to come out and enjoy the park. We will have food trucks and carriage rides on some of the dates, but you're welcome to bring picnic basket and enjoy being outside at the park. Last month was Leadership Lincoln Business and Industry Day. We arranged tours of Frankie, Direct Coil, TCAT, CNS Plastics, and Pritchard's, and applications for the next year's class are available on the Chamber's website, or you can give us a call. We're currently updating the city and county map that will be printed this fall. Our Student Advisory Board, April was the graduation at Pile Rock Farm. Ella Townsend was our scholarship recipient for accumulating the most volunteer points, and students collected $96 from their penny drive to benefit Friday's Blue Ribbon Walk. During our last Chamber Education Committee meeting, Mary Beth Seals, the COO of the Lincoln Health System, was our guest speaker. Gave her an opportunity to get to meet the leaders in our school systems, Motlow and TCAT, and to begin working on building a relationship between students and those that may want to go into the medical field. So we kind of made that connection there. We also had the Workforce Development Coordinator of Rural Health Association of Tennessee with us that day, and she has a grant that is available for students if they need help with like buying uniforms or gas money to get to work and that kind of thing. So we can get more information to anyone that's interested in that. And in our March meeting, we had Trey Allen to join us, and Trey told us about the TCAT Toyota Manufacturing Apprenticeship Program that he's participating in, where students can work and train at the same time at the Toyota plant. UT Southern is restructuring the Gaddis leadership. That should begin in this fall. They'll be getting more information to us, but we're looking forward to that coming back, and we'll hopefully have applications pretty soon where our local people can take part in Gaddis leadership. Last week was National Tourism Week. I went to I-65 Welcome Center to invite folks to come and visit us. We're also working with South Central Tennessee Tourism to increase awareness of agritourism through the Tennessee Department of Ag Center for Profitable Agriculture. We met with them a couple of weeks ago, and we also attended the Pick Tennessee conference that was in Franklin. Our Tee Off for Progress Golf Tournament fundraiser is coming up on June 17th. So we look forward to having a good day out on the golf course, and we invite any of our golfers that would like to participate by being an individual player or having a team to give us a call. Our community guide should be delivered in the next couple of weeks, so the next time I come I'll have those for you. And we do appreciate your consideration of helping with repairs to the Chamber office building. So I do want to thank you in advance for your consideration on that.
Anybody have any questions? I will state that with the Gaddis, our leadership people were very instrumental in starting that program in the beginning.
Right.
And so one of the requirements is you need to graduate from your local leadership. But I encourage any of our people that have been through Leadership Lincoln to apply for that program. It's only grown since you and I participated years ago, but it's it's kind of a regional program that helps us network with other counties. And
you get to learn about your neighboring communities and some of the things that work, some of the things that they've tried that don't work, and just share that information and build those contacts. So it is a great program, and I know that UT Southern is going to make it even better. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up we have from Fayetteville Main Street, our new director, Amy Bird.
Oh gosh, it'll take me a while to be able to say that much, I think.
So I am Amy Bird.
I am the new Fayetteville Main Street Director. My official start date was April 5th, but I've served on the board for around 18 months prior to assuming the role of Executive Director. So just a little bit about me. I moved to Fayetteville in 2013 with my husband. We have 3 kids, and I've been very involved with the Friends of the Library Board. We just recently paid off the building debt for the library, and so now I want to focus my efforts on Main Street. So I hope that you were at Slawburger Festival. If you weren't at Slawburger Festival, you missed out. And I'm not sure if that was before or after your last meeting. I think it was after your last meeting. But thousands were in attendance. One of our vendors sold over 2,000 pounds of meat, and he sold out that day. We had almost 50 vendors, which is quite a few more than in August. I believe we only had 17 vendors. We raised over $7,000. That's not our final number. We will hopefully have a final number to present next quarter once our treasurer finishes tabulating everything and all of our expenses. But right now we're looking at over $7,000 that we've raised. First Fridays are going great. They have grown tremendously. Last May we had 56 vendors register. This past Friday night we had 89 vendors register. Now the rain did dampen that a little bit, so not everyone showed up, but to have that growth, to have that growth is incredible. I don't know if y'all have downloaded the Experience Tennessee app, but they mapped our entire event. So you could click on the map and you could see where each vendor was, and a picture would come up of what that vendor sold. And then you could click next, and it would show you, to go along your walk or your tour of First Friday, where to go next. We're hoping to partner with Experience Tennessee through their membership. I'm going to bring it up to the board at the next meeting. They have a lot of things they can offer for us, and we just last night became members of Tennessee Backroads Heritage. So we're going to try. We just made the deadline to be in the visitor's guide. They print 65,000 visitors guides that go in travel centers across this region, and then also in Huntsville. So hopefully that will, quote unquote, put Fayetteville on the map there. For the next First Friday, we're going to require that all vendors be a member of Main Street. And there is a special First Friday membership that's $25 for the entire season, and it will renew each year before the beginning of the season. Initially this was a free event, but when you have a free event, everybody wants some of it. So a lot of times we'll have a bunch of out-of-towners sign up, and that fills up the spots from our locals and our regulars. So this time, some of our regulars had to be waitlisted, and we absolutely don't want that to happen. So we're going to require, them put a little bit of skin in the game so that they will show up, because we had a lot of out-of-towners not show up this time. And I do have, so our biggest thing, one of the biggest things, our main expense for First Friday or for any event is porta potties. So it costs us over $100 for a single porta potty, and unfortunately those are not handicap accessible. So that's most of the slack that we get for First Friday. That's what happens. And then also the parking lot not clearing out around the square, which is not y'all's fault. So it went as smoothly as possible this last time, apart from the rain. But as far as our membership, not just for First Friday, this is our new membership packet that went out in the mail last week, and I don't have very many left. We sent out over 500. We ordered 550 membership forms, and I'm down to less than 50. But I did bring one for all of y'all. So, can I give that out to our membership packet? Yes? Okay. So, and then we can go through it, and these cost us about $2 each. So if you don't become a member, you owe me $2. And Donna's already seen all these.
Thank you.
There you go. So inside the membership packet, like I said, we put the majority of these in the mail last week, and we used a database that I had from the library. So we have an invitation to a membership mixer. Am I taking too much time?
No, you're fine.
Okay, so we have an invitation to a membership mixer in here. This is one of the benefits and one of the things that we're going to start. Twice a year, we're going to have a membership mixer, and and just for them to get to know us, and like we're going to bring in some people from like Experience Tennessee to talk about some things that they can do in their business to help them build their presence. And also for our business sponsors, that we would do some lunch and learns with some specific economic development material that I'm going to get from the state, from Nancy Williams and Bridget Jones. So that's what this is. I hope that y'all can come if you become a member. The membership form is pretty clean. There's 5 different membership tiers here. Very basic, starting at $25 for an individual, $50 for a family, all the way up to a patron, which could be $1,000 plus. And there's different benefits to each level. Try to clean everything up for the application, so it's very simple. Then there's also a brochure that we have in here with some information on Main Street, what our purpose is and what our goal is. So if y'all don't know, hopefully you do by now, you can look over that. And then there's a return envelope for all of y'all to just put a stamp on and put your application here and become a member. So I hope that all of y'all will become a member so that we can reinvest these membership dues into other things for our local businesses and the community. Let's see. I think that's just about it. Thank y'all so much for your contribution each year to Main Street, and I'm just getting my feet under me. I don't even have a printer. I'm using my own computer, so we're just trying to get everything moving in the right direction, and thank y'all so much for your support. And maybe next time I won't talk so much.
Hey, don't run off.
Oh, do y'all have questions? Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to state, and I had invited other board members because I wanted to brag a little bit on Main Street, where it is now and where it was 2.5 years ago, maybe even 3, where we basically had to rebuild Main Street, had to rebuild the board, and there were some key members at the time that hung on. There was like Dale Pierce and Lauren Pigg and Debbie Soder and Alderman Hartman and Commissioner Britt. There were kind of a core that stayed while some others stepped off, and you know, and helped rebuild. And we had COVID for a couple of years, but the First Friday has built up tremendously. The Slaughter was a tremendous success, and I've been keeping up because you do the social media portion.
Yes, I've done the social media for, I guess, since I came on the board, so last October, or 2 Octobers ago.
So we've gone, you know, and one of the key things a couple of years ago was looking at almost no membership and almost no retention from one year to the next. So it sounds like you've already got a plan for retention, and I've seen where you've been promoting already the new members and business sponsors the last 2 or 3 days that have been coming up. So, you know, hats off to the board members, to all the hard work. That's all volunteer. You know, nobody was getting paid anything. And then this board, you know, kept asking, you know, at what point do you think a director will be placed? And so now you're at that point. So,
yes.
And you have an office space on the other side of the square that people can visit. So my hat's off to everything that's going on Main Street. Just keep it going and keep that momentum going.
I have to say our board is very unified, and you know, of course there's always going to be disagreements, but we all for the most part get along and can come to an agreement, or if we need to agree to disagree on certain things. But we're proud of where it's going, and I'm very proud to be the executive director. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would apply for this job. But I just fell in love with Main Street, and obviously fell in love with Fayetteville when we moved here, and I just want all great things for Fayetteville, and I just love all the events. And you know, once we get this membership built back up, because we had 0 members, and we just got these in the mail last Wednesday, and we already have over $1,000 in membership. So if we can just keep building this database of members, and then also we want to get to the point like today, you know, that the press release came out about the grants that are going to be available to historic preservation grants. So hopefully whenever we get our database of members built back up, it'll be really easy to get in touch with those building owners and property owners that are members and facilitate grants being awarded to them. And because we need, you know, a lot of that money, it's not specified which community it goes to, so Fayetteville needs to be applying for anything that we can.
Anybody else have any questions or comments for Thank you so much.
All right, and I also have more membership forms if anybody wants them. And I have business cards too.
Be at the door.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We'll go to our standing committee reports. We'll go to the fire department, Chief Kimbrough.
Good evening.
Good evening.
For the month of April, the fire department run a total of 78 runs, 61 of them being EMS runs. We also had 2 water rescues and various other things. And that's my report for this month.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go to police department, Mr. Casillas.
Good afternoon. For the month of April, we had 97 incidents, 52 arrests, 36 traffic citations, and 1,476 police activity events. That's my report.
Any questions of Mr. Casillas? Thank you. Finance department, Ms. Stacy Roselle.
Good evening. Our local option sales tax received in the month of April was $258,915.65, which is a 13.4% increase from the same month last year. Our new year-to-date total is $2,463,938.80, which is 88% of the budgeted revenue. And I would also like to point out we received on our occupancy tax $14,520.65 in the month of March, which is compared to $8,173 in the same month last year. So that brings the year-to-date total at just shy of $122,000.
Any questions of Ms. Roselle? Thank you. We'll go to Recreation Department, Mr. Brian Carter.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The pool is opening on May the 28th, and the times will be Monday through Friday from 1 to 6 p.m., Saturday from 12 to 6 p.m., and Sunday through 1 to 5 p.m. Fishing rodeo is on June the 11th. Spring sports are going well. Baseball ends May the 31st. Soccer ends May the 14th. Kids Park, we had 2 light posts that were vandalized there. One is fixed and one we're waiting on the insurance adjuster to give us some information about that. And that completes my report.
And they had, City High School had a regional tournament soccer game yesterday that they won at the new soccer field. It went very well.
Yes, and if they win in the tournament, games could be possibly played there May the 17th and May the 19th.
Okay, great. Any questions of Mr. Carter?
Do we have a pool manager yet?
We've got one waiting in the wings. We just have to go through and make sure they pass all of their physicals and their drug tests.
So you'll be full staff?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
We'll go to the Planning and Codes, Ms. Christy Gentry.
Skip public
Oh,
works.
well, wait, I can't skip Eddie Plunkett.
Really?
Mr. Plunkett, come on up.
Thank you, Mayor. Last month we had 254 ton of trash, 114 of brush. As of right now, first time in 14 years we got a full staff. Second time in 14 years. Last time it lasted 2 weeks, and we're working on that 2 weeks right now. So hopefully we got a good crew and keep them all. The 30th we will be closed. All sanitation will be run Monday night, Tuesday morning. We just ask everybody to put everything out on Monday night before they go to bed.
And they did get that sidewalk paved on Forest.
Yes, sir.
So I think it's dried now, and thank you for your guys getting on top of that.
Yes, sir.
Any questions of Mr. Plunkett? Thank you. Now we'll go to Planning and Codes, Ms. Christy Gentry.
Thank you, Mayor. 21 permits were issued in the month of April. The total project valuation was $9,748,378. The total permit fees were $23,694. The notable permit for this month was the $9 million Copperweld expansion at 49 East Park Drive. I wanted to mention information concerning 3 restaurants. Dunkin' Donuts is going in the old Pizza Hut building. That remodel is already underway. Bartoli's Pizza is going to be opening up in the old local cafe location on the west side of the square. They're just finishing a few small renovations and should be opening soon. And the local cafe is finishing up the remodel on their new location down the street next to Walgreens. They will be opening a new concept with takeout and delivery only. The property maintenance report for April is on your iPads. We did secure a property maintenance inspector. Miss Jill Smith is joining our team and will begin work on May the 23rd. She comes from a long career in the county school system. She gave a very good interview and is very eager to start her new position here at the city. During the April Planning Commission meeting, a minor plat was approved. The purpose of the plat was to modify the sewer easement at 40 East Park Drive. This is the existing easement for the sewer will be converted to a temporary construction easement and then will be abandoned upon the completion and acceptance of the sewer relocation for the expansion at 40 East Park Drive. We are still working on the sign ordinance revision. Our next work session on this project is from 4 to 5 p.m. on May the 24th, prior to our regular scheduled Planning Commission meeting. We are still a couple of months away from having a document that will be ready to present to the Board of Mayor and Alderman. Lastly, I wanted to mention the home grant application one more time. The deadline for this application and submittal is May the 20th. I did speak to Tia today via email, and she has had 3 applications returned to her. We've had approximately 25 picked up from our office. She is getting calls daily, but I encourage everybody to get those applications back in because we have to have a completed application with all the documentation in order for the applicant to be eligible. And that's my report.
Yes, the location at the old Pizza Hut is the hottest topic in town, so
Yes.
thank you for answering. And most of us have been sharing some of the same information. So, any questions of Ms. Gentry? Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go to our City Administrator report, Mr. Kevin Owens.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor and Board. My report has been submitted, but I do want to highlight a few items from my report. The first thing I want to emphasize is what Ms. Gentry just emphasized about the home grant. That application is due on May 20th, and we're trying to emphasize full participation out of Fayetteville. There's $500,000 available, and we want to encourage participants to get applications in. And this is for homeowners to meet these codes that we have in Fayetteville. So it's a very important grant and important process, and we don't want to leave anybody out. So if you have applicants you want to have considered for the grant, please have them to contact either Ms. Gentry or myself, and we'll be glad to point in the right direction. Also, we have the Davidson Park pre-bid. That's going to be this coming Thursday at 8:30 at the park. We're encouraging local bidders, and this is for the electric part of the park. So we're asking if you have any local bidders who would like to submit a bid to please come to the pre-bid conference on on Thursday morning. And that would be May 12th at 8:30. The bids are due on May 19th. The bid openings would be on May 19th. My third and final point I want to emphasize is the garbage cart policy. We're doing educational and outreach throughout the month to make sure that our residents know the procedures for the garbage pickup. As a matter of fact, myself and Eddie will be on the radio tomorrow to address concerns to the citizens. If there's any ways or any outlets that you would like for us to publicize, please let us know. We have dedicated the remainder of this month just to let our citizens know the correct way for garbage pickup. And that concludes my report.
Any questions for Mr. Owens? Thank you. We'll go to where we adjusted the agenda for Mr. Nathan Simmons. Before he comes up to be sworn in, I'd like to read something. The Fayetteville Police Department would like to congratulate Nathan Simmons for graduating from the Blount County Sheriff's Department Training Academy class of 024. Officer Simmons underwent 12 weeks of law enforcement training, including criminal law, community-oriented policing, patrol tactics, defensive tactics, emergency vehicle operations, firearms, and physical fitness. Of the 39 recruits, Officer Simmons won the William D. Knuckles Outstanding Officer Award. This award honors the recruit who displays overall leadership qualities and overall achievement. The award is named in honor of William D. Knuckles, a Blount County Sheriff's deputy who was killed in the line of duty in 1956 in a car crash while responding to a call. Additionally, Officer Simmons was recognized and honored as the Travis Parker Memorial Scholarship recipient. This scholarship was awarded by Maryville residents Tony and Hazel Hughes in recognition of son Travis Parker, who was tragically killed in an automobile accident several years ago. It was Travis's dream to become a law enforcement officer. As part of the Travis Parker Memorial Scholarship, recruits were required to write a 500-word essay about why they wanted to become an officer. Officer Simmons was honored to write his inspiration, his father, the late Manuel Ray Simmons. Deputy Manny Simmons was a retired 25-year veteran of the Madison County Sheriff's Department, where he served with distinction on patrol and in criminal investigations. We have no doubt Nathan will carry on the same proud honor and tradition. We're proud to have you on our team. So Nathan, if you'll come up, we'll swear you in. Let's see. Hold. You read from that. I'll read from this. You'll face the camera and hold up your right hand. I, Nathan Simmons,
I, Nathan Simmons,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution and laws of this state,
according to the Constitution and laws of this state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed,
and that I will do the best of my ability,
and that I will do the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and preserve, protect, and defend
the constitutions of the state of Tennessee and the United States of America.
the constitutions of the state of Tennessee and of the United States of America.
I further swear or affirm
I further swear or affirm
that I will enforce the ordinances of the city of Fayetteville
that I will enforce the ordinances of the city of Fayetteville
and the laws of the state of Tennessee,
and the laws of the state of Tennessee,
protect the life and property of its citizens.
protect the life and property of its citizens,
I will diligently seek
that I will diligently seek
to detect crime
to detect crime
and to apprehend perpetrators of crime.
and to apprehend perpetrators of crime,
That I will be ever mindful of the trust
that I will be ever mindful of the trust
that has been placed in me
that has been placed in me
by the citizens of the city of Fayetteville,
by the citizens of the city of Fayetteville,
and will make every effort to live up to that trust.
and will make every effort to live up to that trust.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We don't have any unfinished business, so we're going to new business. So item A, amendment to agreement for professional services, Croy Engineering Norris Street project. We spoke about this in finance and work session, and a contract agreement not to exceed $26,520. I need a motion, a second, to approve that.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve this agreement not to exceed $26,520.
Second.
Second with Allen. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman? Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Next, we have item B, the Adams Street road repairs. This also, we spoke in finance and work session this month about Mr. Plunkett came to us. This is where we had hired a contractor to pave Adams Street last year, and the flooding we had a couple months ago washed out a portion of that asphalt. And so we had some information that we'll share out to the board of an estimate of $99,000. I need a motion and a second to approve that.
Mayor, make a motion that we approve the $99,000 for Adams Street repair.
Second, Mr. Alder. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Oliver?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
That item passes. Item C, North Street project change order for sidewalks. Mr. Owens and Mr. Plunkett and the Public Works Committee proposed committee and finance and work session while we have a chance with the contractor to repair or fix sidewalks tied to the North Street project. We have an estimate of $36,222.50. Can I get a motion, a second to approve that, please?
Mayor, I move we approve the amount of $36,222.50 for sidewalk North Street project change.
Second.
Second, Mr. Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call it.
Is this
Go ahead.
North Street or is this
Edison.
Edison Street?
Edison.
Well, I meant to North.
It's part of the North
It's
North
part of
Street
part of the
project.
project, but
No,
it's,
Edison
yeah.
Street is the repair. It's
It's the
actually
location.
Edison Street sidewalk.
Okay.
So I will amend that to say Edison Street.
And this would be from one end of Edison from Mulberry to Franklin or L? Franklin, okay.
It also includes 2 entrances into that parking lot. One of those entrances would be off of Franklin, and one would be off of Edison. That's what added a little bit of a cost to it, those entrances.
Okay.
But a reminder that this is less than we were looking at in the beginning.
Absolutely.
Because we cut some stuff out, so it was closer to 100,000, and now it came down to 36 plus. Okay. Pam, you call the roll, please.
Mr. Oliver?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
And passes. Item D, Ordinance 2022-08, requests lower speed limit on portion of William D. Jones Boulevard. This came through committees this month and finance and work session of temporarily reducing the speed limit proposed to 20 miles per hour on a portion of William D. Jones. And a motion, a second to approve.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Second, Mr. Martinez, in discussion. Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Oliver?
Aye.
That item passes. Item E, emergency repair HVAC unit English Service Company for $2,463.13. Our HVAC unit here in the municipal building needed an emergency repair. That action was done. It's required by the board to ratify that. I need a motion, a second, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Alderman Hartman, any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Oliver?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
That item passed. So after that repair, and that repair did not suffice, so they ended up having to replace the whole unit for $19,710. So I need a motion, a second to ratify that purchase.
So moved. Second.
Second, Mr. Martinez, any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Oliver?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
That item passed. Item G, Chamber of Commerce came to Finance Committee in work session for a request of financial assistance for roof and window repairs for a total of $14,550. And a motion, a second.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Second, Mr. Alder, any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Oliver?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
That item passed. Item H, Humane Society request for assistance on building repair. There was a electrical issue that Humane Society had to spend $500 to fix. This came to Finance and Work session this month. Need a motion and a second.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve this contingent on county paying one half of this.
Second.
Second, Ms. Hartman. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Oliver?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
No.
That item passes. Item I, Humane Society request for assistance on fair tire invoice. This is for one of their vehicles for $633.56. A motion and a second.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve this contingent on the county paying one half of this.
Second. Second, Mr. Alder. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
No.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
That item passes. Item J, Ordinance 2022-06, City of Fayetteville Budget Amendment Number 4. Ms. Rozelle in Finance and the work session. This is money that we've already approved over the last few months for the amount of amending the budget of $856,168.80, which a large majority of that was the American Rescue Plan money for the poles at Davidson Park. Motion and a second.
So moved, Mayor.
Second. Second, Mr. Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye. That item passed. Item K, Ordinance 2022-07, Fayetteville City School System Budget Amendment Number 2. They moved some money around for a total of $6,250. We just need to approve that as we do for them. Motion, a second.
Mayor, move to approve ordinance 2022-07 for the school system's budget amendment.
Second.
Second, Ms. Allen. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
That item passed. Item L, Camp Blunt Pavilion Contract. This came through our committees, finance and work session. This is for a contract of $72,000 for a contractor to build a pavilion at Camp Blunt site. The only funding coming from the city is $30,000. It's remainder from a direct apportionment from Governor Haslam several years ago. I want to let you know that I talked to Mr. Delap, who's in the audience, that represents the Camp Blunt Historic Association, and he did receive an approval letter from the state today, the Wars Commission, approving this project, which they have to approve anything that's done out there. So I need a motion and a second.
Motion to approve, Mr. Mayor.
Second. Second, Ms. Hartman. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye. That item passed. Item N, Fayetteville City School System Pay Request, Flint Co. LLC for the gym safe room for an invoice of $4,000 we need to pass for their bookkeeping. A motion, a second.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, Ms. Allen. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
This item passed. Item N, Ordinance 2022-09, request to remove cap on the number of liquor stores in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Over the last several months, at least twice in front of the Beverage Board, there have been requests for additional liquor stores in the city of Fayetteville. Currently, there's a cap of 4. We brought this from Finance on the Beverage Board to work session. We did have a request this evening from one of the owners of the current liquor store that this be postponed a month since they were not notified of the change. I'll ask a motion a second for what the board wants to do.
I'll make a motion to postpone it to next month till we hear from you.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second. Discussion. Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Okay, that item passed. Item 0, 2002 strategic plan. Recently, the board on an annual basis gathered on a public open meeting for a strategic plan, reviewing what we did last year and putting together goals for what we want to accomplish in the next 12 months. That plan has been put into a written format that we annually approve on the board. So I need a motion and a second to approve that.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Alder. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Aye, passed. Item P, call for public hearing FY 2023 City of Fayetteville budget. This would call for a public hearing before the June board meeting in 2022. This is an annual thing that we do each year. Need a motion, a second.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Second, Mr. Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Item passed. Item Q, call for public hearing FY 2023 City of Fayetteville School System budget. Same thing, it was take place in June. We normally used to have this all under one, but it was suggested that we break them into two going forward. And a motion, a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Second, Mr. Alder, any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
The remaining items are event permits. One of them is, the first one, item R, is retroactive Tiger Tracks Parade and Walk permit that occurred last Friday. That was an annual event today to do each year. And a motion, a second to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, Mr. Martinez, any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
That item passed. Item S, Tiger Breakout event permit. This will be on May 16th. My understanding, this is where the middle school students will walk down from the middle school down the bypass to Don Davidson for a day of activities. A motion, a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Alder. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
That item passed. Item T, Juneteenth 2022 event permit for June 18th and 19th at S.J. King Park. And a motion, a second to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second, Ms. Allen. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
That item passed. Item U, Independence Day Festival event permit, or basically our annual fireworks show for June 25th, 2022 at Don Davidson Park. And a motion, a second to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, Alderman Small. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
That item passed. Last item, item B, Life Chain Event Permit, October 9th, 2022. This is an annual event where they line up on the sidewalk in front of Patrick Wellness Center. I need a motion and a second.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second, Alderman Martinez. Any discussion?
Mayor, is there any reason that we're approving this several months in advance? I mean, most of these are like the month before or 2 months before.
No particular reason. Some people just do it.
Planning.
Yeah, further ahead, kind of like the retro, the Tiger Tracks really should probably did last month, but there's no particular reason.
Okay.
Any other
Thank you.
discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
That item passed. We'll go to closing comments. I'll start with Mr. Jeff Alder.
Just want to say congratulations to Mr. Simmons. I don't know if he's still in here, but he's a busy man, had a hard time getting in and had to get out and get after it. So appreciate him coming in and taking on this task. Good to see a lot going on with the chamber and Main Street. Proud with what you're doing, and makes a big difference in this town. That's all I got.
Mr. Vice Mayor.
Everything sounds good, good reports. Everybody gave real good reports. Seems like the city's doing good and enjoy the weather. And I congratulate Nathan too. I think he's probably left. I guess I've known him ever since he was born. I've known that family for years. Went to school with his grandfather, well, his grandmother too. So he will make a fine officer. He will absolutely make a fine officer. Thank you.
Alderman Small.
Can only reiterate congratulations to Officer Simmons. Weather's getting warmer now, asking everyone to enjoy the warm weather. Looking forward to all the events coming up at the rec center. Thankful to Mr. Carter for leading all of that and asking everyone to be safe.
Alderman Harvey.
Yes, I would just like to thank all the city departments for helping and assisting Main Street with our First Fridays. The police department did an outstanding job, Public Works, Parks and Recs. I mean, everybody pitches in, so it really helps us when you help us. Congratulate all of the seniors this year. It's an exciting time for them as they're graduating high school, so we're really excited about that. And congratulations, Officer Simmons. I worked with his father and his mother at Madison County till we all three retired, and then surprisingly we all end up in Fayetteville, so they're a fine family, and he will be a wonderful officer.
Alderman Allen.
Same, I want to congratulate Mr. Simmons. I also want to welcome Miss Amy Bird as Director of Main Street.
Mr. Martinez.
Really ain't got nothing to say. Y'all said everything I want to say, but congratulations, Officer Simmons. I knew his father very well. He's going to be a good officer, and I want to thank Brian. I've had a lot of comments about the parks, the mowing. I haven't had anybody complain about it not being mowed, not being well taken care of. So, great job. Your team's doing very well, and I'm glad we're all working together as a big team. Thank you, everybody.
I concur about the comments of Mr. Simmons, and I want to congratulate all of our graduates, not only from our 3 local high schools and some home schools, but also our trade schools and some that have now coming. There were local graduates are now graduates from universities as well. It's always an exciting time of the year for that. Another great First Friday. You know, that momentum's going, and I want to thank Ms. Carolyn, Denton, Miss Amy Bird, and all the volunteers that we have on the Chamber and Main Street to make these events very successful. And the last thing, we are having the annual Tablescapes event tomorrow, Thursday, this May the 12th at 4:30 at the museum. That's a local fundraiser for the museum. They have at least, I think, about 10 entrants, very talented people. It's $10, and it's about, I think it's about a 2 or 3 hour event. So please attend that. So we will adjourn this meeting and come back in June. Have a good evening.